For more than a decade, I carried the story in my heart and wondered if I would ever be able to bring it to life. Hello everyone, my name is Abieyuwa and I am the creator of Abieyuwa. First of all, thank you for taking the time to visit this channel and watch this project. Abieyuwa began as a novel I wrote way back in 2011 and first published as The Queen's Gambit in 2012 by then Amazon Create Space. I wrote the novel out of a deep love for African history, African storytelling, and the rich cultural heritage of the much talked about Benin Kingdom. For many years, I carried this story with me, hoping that one day I would be able to bring it to life on screen. Like many independent creators, I did not have the resources to produce a traditional animated series or a live-action epic on the scale that this story deserves. But when AI tools became available, I saw an opportunity not to replace creativity, but to help me tell a story that might otherwise never have been told. That is how this project was born. Abieyuwa is not just a fantasy adventure. It is also my attempt to celebrate African storytelling and to remind us that Africa has always had its own civilizations, its own systems of governance, its own heroes, its own conflicts, and its own solutions to those conflicts. Too often, Africa's past is presented through a very narrow lens. Yet, long before colonialism, our ancestors built kingdoms, developed cultures, traded across regions, established laws, preserved traditions, and created societies that reflected their own values and ways of life. Were they perfect? No. Like every civilization in history, they faced challenges, struggles, rivalries, injustices, and difficult choices. But they were not without order, wisdom, innovations, and achievements. One of my goals with Abieyuwa is to help tell an African story from an African perspective. A story that acknowledges both our strengths and our flaws, while celebrating the richness of our heritage. I also need to be honest about something. AI technology is still developing, as you all know. There are moments when the visuals may not perfectly match what I imagine in my mind. There are limitations and challenges that come with using these tools. But despite those limitations, I believe the heart of the story remains intact. What matters most to me is that the message, the characters, the culture, and the journey reach people. Also, worthy of mention are the 3 theme songs I wrote and produced for this project. Each song was created to reflect the spirit, themes, and emotional journey of Abieyuwa. Together, they form another layer of the storytelling experience and help bring the world of the story to life through music. And if you have the opportunity, I encourage you to listen to them on the channel and share your thoughts. I'd be glad to hear from you. And if this story speaks to you, I would be grateful if you subscribe to the channel, share the episodes with others, and follow the journey as new chapters are released. More so, if you would like to experience the original story that inspired this series, the novel Abieyuwa is available through the link in the description. My hope is that Abieyuwa is only the beginning. If the story finds an audience and continues to grow, perhaps one day it may inspire a full-scale film or television adaptation. But regardless of what the future holds, I remain committed to telling this story and sharing it with all who are willing to take the journey with me. More than anything else, my hope is that Abieyuwa will become one of many stories that help showcase the depths, beauty, and power of African storytelling to audiences around the world. Thank you for watching. Thank you for believing in independent storytelling, and thank you for joining me on this journey. Welcome to the world of Abieyuwa.